Okay, so I'm just gonna review the day so far. It was a pretty picture perfect day, and we can look at my trades too. Let's just review my trades real quick. So I didn't catch much. I bought one here, and I bought two here at 70, average price 703, and I bought one here. So my entries were perfect. I bought one here. I wanted to test it. I entered here, but it filled me up here. Anyways, then it drops down in here, so I buy two more. Then it comes back one more time, and I buy one more. Then it waits around. I'm waiting for 10 a.m. 10 a.m. comes. It was news. Nothing happens. So I gave this. Let me think about this. A 46, 38 point candle, 74 point candle. It's a lot. And then finally, I let myself stop at a break even because I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen. It's been this. 10 a.m. didn't give me what I wanted. So I'm going to get out and see what's happening. So then we come out, drop down, take all these relative equal lows out. These were taken out here. And then take this out. Or let me just, oh, fudge. Let me just do it here because we drop down, take relative equal lows out, and come perfectly to the here. And then that's when we start running. And now here I'm looking, okay. I'm like, okay. What I'm waiting for is smart money to get in. And I was waiting for specifically a down close candle to form when it goes up close. So it took down these highs, and I got in here because I was scared. Then I got in again at 14 points lower, which was actually, that was a good entrance right there. Then my average was like 49. So I'd take one up here at this high, which was 40 points. And then I take the rest out. I guess it filled me nicely. I took the rest out. Whoa. Interesting why it took me out there. Anyways, I made my money. Well, yeah, my account's low. I'm trying not to worry about. So this was my first trade. I got stopped out at what? I had 4 contracts on, so $8 a point. So I held it for 5 points, I guess. To like cover fees and stuff. That's what I would do. Like in the um, if I had like fees and stuff. This is just paper trading though. And then the second one, the $85 is my first partial on that second trade, which was the 42 points. And then the second partial, about 90 points. And in the past, that would have like excited me, but if we're getting 50 point candles, 38, 74, holding for 25 points, that's like not even one candle. So 40 points minimum, 90 points. And then we took out the highs here, which was a daily high. Now I could go back and kind of explain what was going on. And I'm going to figure out how I want to do this because as you can see, I have a new chart layout and I think it's going very well, especially during direct, especially during when I'm tape reading. in the morning. It helps me because I would have ES. You know how I would have the NQ and ES on one screen, and then on my second monitor I would have just I wasn't really using it. So now I have basically all of the valid time frames for NQ, which is the 1, 5, 15, 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day. That's basically all of them. Now the monthly and weekly, yes, but that's mainly on Sunday when I'm getting ready for the next week, or when a month ends, I'm looking at the monthly, or I have important monthly numbers on my chart. And so far I'm liking it because, well, right now I'm not really, well, I like it because it actually helps me not just look at this 1 minute chart. It helps me to see everything else in perspective to what's actually happening, because it's so easy to get caught on this 1 minute chart. And I mean, look how little price action I'm actually catching. Look how big this 1 hour candle is, from 617 to 879, and I caught 90 points of over 260. So I caught 30% of one candle, one hourly candle. Look at this one. So 30% is a lot. It's a lot. And I'm definitely getting better. I think so. I think the most important thing is just to understand your entries. And that's why, if we go back here, this is the beauty of having multiple contracts, is that I get in here because, okay, I'm looking, okay, this is why I bought it, because on ES dropped down and it's 930 fair value gap, and NQ didn't. So then it took out this low, and it was also, it wasn't a 5 minute or anything. Um, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy there because maybe it'll go now. And I didn't really know. And that's how it is when you're learning, is you don't really know if it's gonna go now or if it's gonna wait a little bit. And I was waiting for 10. I thought for sure it would go to 10. And then it gave us one more swing down, which is completely acceptable. But and I would have been liquidity, damn it. I would have been liquidity, and I never want that to happen to me. Anyways, and then whatever it wants to do, okay, it wants to come in here, I'll add 2 more, because I'm starting off slow, small size. That if I'm wrong here, I'm wrong, I'll accept it. But if I'm right, I'm right, and I win anyways. So then I add more and more. So my first one was at 755, but then it ended up being at like 5 points. It was at 717, 7 like 16, my entry. After, look, it averaged down all the way down to like here, which is great. So that's why I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna try and get a feel for the whole week as a whole, and I'm gonna try and analyze this as I go. So let me get it started. So this was the first week I watched fully. And I can't believe these words are coming out of my mouth, but this was the first week that I watched fully since about January of last year. So it's been almost a year of really being in the pits of trading, which is the 1 minute chart at open. I mean, you can't get more day trader than that, you know. Um by the way, we reached 7,000 for ES, which is incredible. I mean, when I started in 2022, we hit 3,500. We hit 3,500, and now 3 years later, 3 years later, you're telling me the S&P 500 in 3 years has had 100% returns. That is not normal. Oh my gosh, that is not normal. I mean, just the market at hand has been insane lately. Um, but let's try. So, despite me being in a long position long term, that, I kind of like that because let's look at the daily. I kind of like that because I have a level. Okay. Order block right there. Boom, I'm in. Or, okay. Took out that low. When did I mean, bro, look at this. NQ, MNQZ 2025. And this is why I don't like it because I don't understand why. Reset. Like, is it not the same? Like, when am I gonna find one chart? Okay, the 15-minute MNQZ 2025. Am I gonna have? Are you gonna give me my trades or not? What the heck? Maybe it was on trades. No, this. Where the hell is my trade? Give me 1 second. This happened to me today. I didn't understand why. Can I go back to this? Yeah, MNQZ 2025. Does it matter what freaking trades? Oh, I think it wasn't. It was because I wasn't on this. What the heck? Whatever. What the hell? Hopefully, I can find that one day. I hope I took pictures. I guess I didn't even take pictures of that. Damn. What I'm. What I was saying about the daily chart. Will you show me my current trade? I mean, oh my gosh, So that's what I'm saying. Like, I had the same thing over here. I think I bought on this one, then more on this, then a lot more here. And my average was like down here, right here. And I caught all that. Contract rolled. I bought in again here. Sold 3 at this high. Bought 2 more here. I could have bought some more here. and in here too. But I was like, whatever. Then sold two again at this high. And look how good these exits are anyways. And now I'm about to sell two more here. Where am I? Why doesn't it show me? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I have 7. So I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna do 1. And then sell 1 here. At that high. I'm just gonna do an even 6,000. I want an even 6K. Just for the vibes. But look. And get my positions out. But like the daily chart has gotten a little more simple for me because like the 1 minute chart is definitely the hardest chart to trade. I mean, there is so much stuff. Like if you look at the weekly, that's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Anyways, let me get this off. If you're looking at the weekly, the monthly, like this monthly since 2020. Let's calculate 12 months in a year, 5 years. There's 60 candles here. That happens in 1 hour. This is 1 hour of trading on the 1 minute chart. And this is 5 years on the monthly. I mean, think about that. That's insane. So you have the monthly, weekly, and daily are much easier to read because of how slow they move compared to 1 minute chart, and also because these levels are the levels that are respected by large firms. These levels, like every consequent encroachment, everything, like the lows, like it's so beautiful, it's perfect. But when you look at, I'm trying to think. So yeah, this is when I started, and now, I mean, NQ made it to 10,500, and now it's at 25.6, 26. Anyways, that's besides the point. But I was literally in here, and that's why the thing is, you could also get effed. You get absolutely effed. Like you could have bought here, just kept buying, not recognize it the whole year, and you could have lost. That's the thing. You could lose all your money at any moment. At any moment. And wow. I'm just looking at ES right now, but ES just tied. It's about to make all-time highs again since October 30th, so more than 2 months. That's insane. What else? So that's the monthly, weekly. I mean, look at that. 16. You're telling me in April it was at 16,500, and now, it moved 10,000. So that's why for a bit I was like, bro, we need to retrace. And what was I looking at? I mean, let's just appreciate that, dude. What was I looking at? I was looking at this right here. I mean, look at that. Relative equal lows and a fair value gap plus the yearly candle high, which or even the open, which is right here. And then the wick right there. So I was like, yeah, that's a beautiful place for it to retrace if it ever does. And when there is a bear market, this would be a beautiful multi-year buying opportunity if we push 30,000, whatever. But if you think about it, look at this market retracement from 6.6 to 16.6 is about is 10,000 points, but it's also a little over 250%. Then we drop down about 6,000 points, which is over 50%. Then from 10.5 to 22.5, we drop down to 16.5. So we kind of in the middle right there. I think it's right at the middle. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Good grief. Lord have mercy. So look. The market is extremely exaggerated. I mean, what took... But I also have to look at past market. Because what took from November to October, almost a year to finally bottom, took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, 2 months versus 11. And now we're back. And how much are we going to go? Well, here we went 10.5 to 22, so almost doubled. This we did more than doubled. 16, that would mean like 33, 34,000, 40,000, who knows? But it's extremely exaggerated. I wonder if it's been like this always. I am curious to look. Let's see. Yeah, 2020, kind of like that. About 1 calendar year right here. 5,000 to 9,000, boom. But before 2020, look. A whole decade. That's a completely different market. I mean, what? It went from 4,000 to 3,800, 4,800 to 3,800. But there has not been a significant price retracement like that since 2000. And I don't even know what that is. But since here, when we went up for 6 years straight from 800 to 2,200, and then 2008 came, and boom, 2,200 to 1,000, over 50%. That's like that's way over 50%. 50% would have been at 1,500. That's like 80%. Anyways, enough of that. What else can I say? I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. But we do know that the past 5 years have been insanely exaggerated. I mean, from 6,700, what? Let's say we 4x'd in 5 years, and 10,000 4x 2.5. We hit 2.5 2012. That's 8 years. It's basically double the speed. So, and you know, that kind of only means one thing, inevitably. And that means a market, an economic collapse. I'm curious. I'm so curious what's gonna happen with the gold. I do need to buy though. Give me 1 sec. look at this guy. He's a madman. He's a beast. I'm gonna buy. It says to buy one more. So I'm gonna buy one more. I could have bought here this morning, but I'm just gonna buy here. Boom. It's all good. But look at, I bought here 3 or 4. No, 3. How does it make sense? I bought 3 here. Yeah, then I bought 3 again on accident. But I sold 4, so that means I sold 1. I took 1 profit here. Then I got back in, so right now I'm supposed to be down here, but I just made an accident there, so that's why my buy price is here. But it's irrelevant anyways. If it keeps going higher, dude, silver has been insane lately. I mean, 2025, it's tripled almost. And then it was literally stagnant for like 4 years. 5 years it was, I mean, 18 to 36. And then 2013, I mean, this is literally what's happening right now. And we're about to get effed, but I'm here for the ride. And imagine if you got in down there. But dude, gold, oh my gosh, there's so much money. But let me just review this real quick, and I'll keep you in the loop. But I just bought the yearly subscription for it because I think it's totally worth it to go with this for a year. I mean, dude, these trades are nuts. They are nuts. And I think we're just in a really, really lucky year because look at, these are all green. But I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, so look, it says buy silver at SIH silver month March. And we're gonna sell. I'm not in this one, but look, this one's up 20K. I'm not in this one. This one's up 8K. I am not in this one either. That one's up 30K. Oh my gosh. And then you have 1, 2, 3. That one's break even. Oh, and this one's down a little bit. I am in this one. EDH. Gonna sell it on Monday. And I'm in the rest of these right here. And looks like Monday we have 2 more buys. And yeah. I mean, this thing, I mean, look, I don't even have to say anything except this. I'm already up $73,000. And it's been a month. 73% of the account. I do think $100,000 account is a bit too small. But still, that's insane. That is insane. Also, like I said, it's an unusual year because of gold and silver just absolutely being bonkers. I mean, bonkers. But then Alex Becker might have said the greatest thing, and this is where it all comes back together, is he said, hey, okay, wait, let's check. Oh my gosh, let's check. Because his freaking things, his meme coins are up like 150% in the last week or something. 90K. I mean, dude, I mean, it was a good buy. Hell, I mean, 16,000 ain't no joke, you know. Even 26,000 ain't no joke to what it did. I mean, from 16,000 to 125,000, that's an 8x. That's an 8x on Bitcoin. You're telling me the average person could have had an 8x on Bitcoin. But, bro, and that's when you realize the fact that literally, I'm gonna pull a number out of my ass here, but it's probably true. I'm gonna go into and say 90% of traders did not capitalize like as like a good amount. I'm saying like a 2x out of this potential 8x move. Did not. Even if you bought at 50, 60, still a 2x. Say 90 did not make as much money as did not make more than a 2x in returns. And it delivered. E3000 XRP, I mean, it's starting to do this shit again, you know? But XRP, damn, you know? 50 to 3, that's a 6x right there. And that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, that's good. Wow. Cardano with just the boom, 33. 4x instantly then your mama said, I'm out of this joint. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Look at the chart though. That's not favorable. Solana, a 10x. I mean, $135. It's bro. I mean, 20x. It was at $12 and it went to 300 again. It was at 20. It was at this price for literally over a year. For 1 year. That's an insane buy, you know? Doge, don't even get me started. 13 cents again. I mean, dude, even this 6 cents to 48 cents, that's an 8x again. But all of these, you know, they're chasing of the win. Oh my gosh. Wow. Whoa, that's crazy. I think, yeah. That's funny, man. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. It's dead. But I want to see, I have a website. I think it was CoinGecko. I think this one, I had my list. But there was also another one I think I used. Let's see. Which one? Bruh. This guy's so based. He's so based. Only one of them. 50%, 48%, 110%, 77, 172. Okay. Okay, let's see. Shut your ass up, brother. Oh my gosh, you know, 150% up in the past 7 days. But over the 60 days, still down. Every one of them is still down. 172% over the past 60 days. That means you had to have the damn perfect bottom. If your dollar cost averaging, you'd still be down. Get your ass out of here with that. I had like another. Oh, I think it was this, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay, they had the 90 day. Look at that, dude. Get out of here, bro. What, Destra is at 496? Why does it say here 753? let's just make sure that price, yeah, 42455. Maybe this one's a little delayed. But look, circulating supply, I don't give a damn. Circulating supply, market cap, I do care. 24-hour volume. The 7-day chart. Okay. Look at this. Okay, year to day. That doesn't mean anything. Because, no. Number. Price. 24-hour. Volume, yeah. Or market cap, I mean. Okay. So, I'm going to get the year to day out right now because it's the beginning of the year, so it doesn't really matter. $90-day. Any one of them. Look at the ones that have 167, still down 50% in the last 90 days. 48%, still down 50%. 54%, still down 50%. 60%, still down 70%. 70%, still down 40%. 110%, still down 60%. In the past 90 days. Okay, let's shift our attention real quick. ES, oh my gosh, we just hit all-time highs. For the first time in forever. For the first time in 2 months. That's a round of applause right there. That's a round of applause. I'm curious. Have we hit 30 points away? Come 30 points. Oh wow. See, look how died down it is. It's so calm and mellow. But yeah, get out of here, man. You know, I do agree. I mean, you have Alex Becker and then you have ICT, you know, who is so against crypto, but he does not deny the fact that crypto is probably going to rule, like the decentralized digital currency and whatnot. But what Alex Becker tweeted was, what he tweeted was, okay, he tweeted, yeah. So everyone is all goofed up on hyped up on goofballs because of silver and gold, and also because everyone's scared of a next war and whatnot. And and everyone's buying gold. Everyone wants to buy gold and hold it, and silver. And you see these guys on Twitter like, oh yeah, I have gold in my house and look how much it's worth now, you suckers. And everyone's like, oh, maybe we should get back on that. And he's saying that everyone's attention now is turned to silver and gold, that these cryptos are just gonna, and everyone's kind of like, okay, Bitcoin, why haven't you moved in months? The fear and greed was also super high when it was literally at all-time highs. And yeah, he's saying it's a perfect diversion for everyone, for the real smart money to buy these coins right now. And yeah, but I agree, but I don't, because like the .com, I don't even know. I can't even say that because I don't even know. But from what I've heard from the .com bubble boom, is that, you know, you had all these companies try to be the Google, the Apple, and only there's literally these 5 right now. but obviously there's some more, but still. And there's thousands of coins here. Why the hell? RBR. Who the hell is RBR? That's why it's down 95%. You know, and it's like, and these ones with $2 billion market caps that are top 50, they're not going anywhere. Maybe one out of 100, maybe one out of 1,000 will once a year. But that's such like the chances of you making generational wealth and whatnot is so slim from stuff like this. But that's why I respect Alex Beckers, because he's not like, I have no business here. I have no business being here because I don't have money to play around with. I haven't made it yet to be able to throw $100,000 in each coin. And if they 10x or 20x, then boom, I made some pocket change. If they don't, then boom, I lost a little investment that I thought it would be fun to invest in these games, you know? So that's it. That's my 2 cents on this. Also, ICT needs to shut the hell up about, look at Iran, look at this. I don't care. I do not care. Like, it's not affecting my daily life. Is structured around things that okay, yeah, it's gonna be affected if a damn war starts and I get drafted to war, or if Paul is right and we get fucking laser beamed out of the sky and they have like that like supersonic boom that makes us all shit our pants and our ears and brains, and then we die like that, and then drones start killing us. It's like, bro, yeah, I'll be affected by that 100%. Especially where I'm located. It's probably top 10 worst locations in the US, right behind New York and Chicago and Miami. I'm literally out in in Los Angeles, where it's the most populated place in the nation. Like, I will be effed here if something happens and the freeways are blocked and I cannot get out of here. I don't have food. Well, you know what I'm saying is like, but what can I do right now? What can I do? I don't have money. I'm not gonna live like a skeptic, in that sense, and because I don't have anything to do, and quite frankly, I don't really care anymore. Like, if a bomb is dropped and I die, if a bomb is dropped and I'm affected, like, it is good to be aware of those things, but think about, everybody thought a war was gonna start in 2001. It's like trying to call the bottom the top of a market, and it's just gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse until the event finally happens. And then, but it's like, still, you can't really do anything about it. All you can do is capitalize your time while you still have it and take advantage of everything that you still have, which is the era of freedom, which we have now. Because if you think about it, there is a high possibility, there is definitely a chance that we return. Imagine our society return back to how mama and tatas were, where you don't have everything you want. Imagine that, you know? So, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe we just keep pushing. But you as a person, you could spend your whole life trying to figure out what is going to happen. And that's why I guess Jordan Peterson respects Nietzsche, is because he had that prediction like 100, 200 years ago of what was going to happen with society with the declaration of God is dead, and that we act like God is dead. And he explains it better, because that was actually pretty fascinating. I'm interested in that. But that takes insane intellect to be able to pinpoint that. And even if you do, you're still carrying out your normal life. Nothing changes. So yeah, that's why I don't really care what's gonna happen. I don't really care how it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna keep living my life and enjoying it and chilling, you know? So that's why you come back to here. What is the daily chart? What is, and it's like, you have all of this happening in the world. And now more than ever, we have access to what is happening in the butt crack of Taiwan. And it could not affect me less which is why I choose not to pay attention to it. You know, who is to absolutely say they know what is happening in Venezuela with Trump and the president? No one can actually say. They could have an opinion on the physical events that transpired, but there's always stuff behind the scenes. So that's my 2 cents on that as well. But I was just gonna say it's funny, I'm over here at 6:30 a.m. losing my freaking mind about what the next 1 minute candle is gonna do. Then you zoom out to the 15 chart, you zoom out to the daily, you zoom out to the weekly, the monthly, the yearly, and you see how little it all is. Which is why you just need to have your 2 feet grounded, and you get to personalize your life. You get to enjoy it how you want to, and that's a great joy. Um, but what was I gonna say with that is, why did I bring up, because it could have been dangerous. What I did is I sold here. I sold here. But it could have gone all the way down back here. This is where my end goal was. And would I just shorted all that? What if that started a bearish environment? When would I have stopped it? What was my leverage going to be? All these questions, But beginner's luck. I catch the low. I ride it all up here. I have perfect executions. I add again. I'm out here. I added one, like what right here. I think at like 580. Or at like 600. Yeah, I think it was right there. And we just took out the low or something, and we were right in there. Now we're about to take this, and ultimately that. What makes me curious is this right here. Just pay attention. I'm gonna do some flipping. So we're now on MNQH 2026. Look at that. These highs have not been taken out. Then we go MNQ11. Look at that. These highs have been taken out. This chart looks way more bullish than this chart. Then you go to NQ11. Same thing. This chart looks way more bullish than this. This is more retracted, bigger retracements. And now maybe we're going to get up here. And then you look at ES. All-time highs. And it took out these on December 25th. And you look at the current ES. It just took that out, and that it didn't. So I'm curious on what that could possibly mean and whatnot. Let's check NVIDIA. Is also interesting. It's been at this price since August, practically. April had another 3x after it literally after almost 20x basically. I'm curious to see SMCI. Oh yeah, it's a dead stock. I mean, that was a crazy run up. I remember that. Yeah, that's when Jason was here, and he was like, that was a nice run up, but the stock price was so high. I mean, yeah, that was crazy actually. Let's say you bought January 2023 for $7, or January 2022 for $3, or January 2024 for $27, and then it ran up, but now dead. Microsoft been doing really well the past years as well. Google also insane. I mean, it literally doubled in half a year. Tesla been doing really good too. Finally took out highs again after December 2024, so after a year again. I'm saying, bro, I don't know why. Well, I know why, because I don't have funds, but that's a great buy. These are all great prices for Tesla. Now we're at 445, so we're just gonna keep going. What else? We have AMD, which is doing really well. Sticking in there. I'm curious to see ABNB. Oh wow. Because when was I looking? I was looking at, yeah, November of 2021. It ran up. I remember that. And then boom, it dropped. I'm like, it's gonna go up. Boom. You know, what else? Upstart. What's Upstart up to? Oh damn, that's also insane. mRNA, Moderna Holdings. Holdings. Coin. Yeah, I mean, even that's a 10x, which is crazy. It's doing all right. What else I have? I'm thinking Tesla, Apple. Apple is just freaking pounding it. Like always. I can't believe it's at $50 in 2020, and that's insane. And yeah, I guess we can finally go back. Oh, pretty big candle. 964, but you know, like this thing is incredible. Just look. It's incredible. I mean, I am impressed. This is a subscription I am impressed with, to say the least. Look at this. I mean, I will follow these trades blindly. I mean, look, you have one that has a 15-year streak of profitability. And all of them, like the worst one will be an 80%. And out of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Out of 15 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A third of them are 80%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are 87%. 3 are 100%. And 1 is 93%. I mean, damn, like hot damn, that's insane. Let's see. I mean, all you have to do is go to futures correlations, or I don't even know what this is actually. I think it just shows you the chart. 14, the black or green line or candlestick chart, the 14-year pattern. And this, I mean, I wonder if ICT trades this. But let's look. Just look. You just click on futures seasonal. I'm concerned on, let's see, the S&P and the NASDAQ. And then it'll give you okay, wait. Futures correlations, I think. S&P. Oh yeah, here. Interesting. Yeah, see? There's a lot for me to learn. Okay, let's see. Historically, We still end January big green, then February. Oh, oh, okay. It moved it. January, yeah. We can go down. Then I guess it could be another whole another month. Um, until we maybe it's a whole another month until we get those highs out. Huh, interesting. Interesting. You know, but cash. You know, then it pops up in February and then down March. So until like February, mid-February, we're chilling. Then we wait for that, and then till October we're chilling. But peaks somewhere in July, and then July to like October is kind of like this. And again, so what to do? What to do? We'll see what happens. I'm gonna play it day by day, year by year. But let's finally get into a quick. Let's do. Maybe I'll save this for another day. 12 o'clock. Let me think. But yeah, let me. Why? Why does it show me execution marks? Was this not the one I executed on? $11.19. Let's just see. 11.19. 6.3. Then 11.19 for 3. Then yeah, you can just look at this. And I sold, yeah, 11.25, 12.15, 12.23. I haven't sold that much yet. I mean, I did, but I bought at 623, 538, 491, 359, 325, 291, 189, 155, 148, 085, 051, 992, 954, 954. And I remember this specifically, but I'm just gonna admire. 954. I bought at 954 and the low was 904. And I think my average, like I said, was around, I think it was 198, 196, around like 24, 180 to 200, around there. And then, yeah. So I'm up almost 70,000, almost $50,000, 37,000 unrealized, almost 11 or 38,000 of unrealized or of realized, and then almost 11 of unrealized. And that's beautiful, but just because I got that on lock a little bit, look at my 1 minute chart, and Unfortunately for me, if I want to get money by the time I am out of school, which is 2 years, it's not the daily and it's not the weekly that will save me. It's not more institutional research that will save me, though in the future that will be superb, tremendous, amazing. Same with the long term. I cannot wait. I mean, I'm gonna keep doing that for 2 years, and we'll see how we go. Right now, I need it. I need to get this beast under control. I need. I don't need, but my goal is to understand. No, uh, please tell me. Yeah, I didn't want anything. My goal is to understand and have control over the 1 minute chart. That is my goal. That is 100% my goal. And today, damn, after a whole week, today I finally did it. I did. And I had a great day. I didn't catch everything. I didn't call every candle. But I got my money and I got out. And I had two phenomenal trades. I had two good trades. So, 30 points from that high. I would want to have it to get it by the end of the day, but I'm not worried. So I think I'm gonna keep the analysis for another day, maybe Sunday night, on what took place over this past week and what my projection is for the next week. So I'm gonna leave it here for today. So